We here at the Sports History Network proudly partner with 26 podcasts, all revolving around the history of sports. But did you know that many of our hosts were sports history authors way before they started their shows? It's true. We've got Joe Ziemba, host of When Football Was Football, Joe Zagurski, host of Pro Football in the 1970s, Mark Morthier, host of Yesterday's Sports, Tommy Phillips, host of Lombardi Memories, and Scott Adamson, co-host of From the 55-Yard Line. All these authors have many books for you to choose from. To check them out, go to our website at sportshistorynetwork.com/sportshistorybooks. Pick up your copy today. Soundtrack provided by Kevin MacLeod of filmmusic.io.
Now it's time to take a sports break, a look at sports history on a daily basis. Hello, my friends of sports history. This is Darren Hayes of the Sports Jersey Dispatch Podcast. Welcome once again to the Pigpen, your place for all things great in sports history and team history, that is, especially those wearing the jerseys and the jersey numbers, as we like to refer to the players and the great things they did on a day-to-day basis on our Daily Digits segment on this sports break. Our uniform numbers we'll be talking about today are the numbers 11, 10, 20, 24, and number 6. Got some interesting numbers there. Let's see who made them famous for this day of June 29th, 1897. An early professional baseball team called the Chicago Colts set an MLB record for the most runs scored in a game by one team as they steamrolled the Louisville Colonels 36-7 at the West Side grounds in Chicago. Now, in case you're wondering, the record of 36 still stands for one team to this day in one game. You know, that's 125 years, if my math does me right. And the highest combined score in a game for both teams is 49 runs, scored on August 25th, 1922, when the Chicago Cubs defeated the Philadelphia Phillies 26-23. So some great big offensive explosions there in those games. June 29th, 1947, the New York Yankees started a 19-game winning streak when they knocked off the Washington Senators on that day. 3-1 was the score. 19 games in a row. That is unbelievable in Major League Baseball at any era. That's pretty good. Next, we flip the pages to June 29th, 1950. Striker forward number 11, Joe Gaetjens, helped lead the U.S. men's soccer team to a monumental upset win over England 1-0 in FIFA World Cup group match at Belo Horizonte, Brazil. The next time the USA would defeat Great Britain in a game of soccer in the FIFA would be in 1994. So 44 years went by between those two teams with the USA winning. That's how dominant Great Britain is in the sport. Now, June 29th, 1958, another FIFA World Cup final at Rosunda Stadium in Stockholm, Sweden. It was Vava in the number 20 jersey and Pele donning his number 10, each scoring 2 goals as Brazil handled Sweden 5-2 to win the FIFA Cup. It was a dominating lineup for Brazil, especially with those two stars. At 17 years and 249 days, Pele remains the youngest player to have ever played in a World Cup final game. 17-year-old scoring 2 goals in the biggest match of every 4 years. Pretty good one in Pele. June 29, 1961, when you have a hot bat, you are the man. And San Francisco outfielder Willie Mays, wearing his number 24 jersey that he made so famous, became the 4th player in MLB history with 3 or more home runs twice in one season with a 10th inning blast and a Giants 8-7 win over the Phillies in Philadelphia. Pretty well timed on that one. June 29th, 1969. They knew something was coming, so on Billy Williams' Day at Wrigley Field in Chicago, the Cubs outfielder, wearing number 26, Billy Williams, ended up passing a guy that wore number 6, Stan Musial, in the National League for record for the most consecutive MLB games played. He had 896 to Billy Williams on that day, as Chicago swept the St. Louis Cardinals 3-1 and 12-1 in a twin bill. So some great baseball, some great soccer, some great sports on the sports break. We're glad you joined us here. Hope you'll join us each and every day for a little break away from everything to hear about the great players in team sports and some of the exciting things with jerseys and jersey numbers. Hope you'll join us again tomorrow. Look for more great sports history on the Sports History Network, on JerseyDispatch.com, and on PigskinDispatch.com. Till tomorrow, everybody, have a great sports history day. We're dribbling around and see the shot clock's almost out, so we got to put up our shot and come back tomorrow for some more great sports history. We invite you to check out our websites, JerseyDispatch.com and PigskinDispatch.com. Not only see the daily sports history, but to experience the preservation of great events and people that play the games. Find us on Pigskin Dispatch. It's also on social media outlets of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget the Pigskin Dispatch YouTube channel to get all your daily sports history. Pigskin Dispatch is happy to be associated with the Sports History Network, the sports headquarters of yesteryear, found at sportshistorynetwork.com.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
It was just another ordinary day in the offices of the Pittsburgh Guardian newspaper circa 1924. But for Marla Delft, assistant editor, everything was about to change. For she was about to discover the awesome attractiveness of Row 1 brand retro sports paraphernalia items thanks to Orville Mulligan, sports writer.
And there it is.
Wow, Orville, that's really the bee's knees.
Isn't it just? A poster-sized replica of the actual 1909 World Series program cover.
I can see that. But where did you get it? And where'd you get it framed?
I ordered it from the Row 1 website, where over 6,000 items of sports memorabilia from the 1880s to the 1990s are available for reproduction, in multiple sizes and in several different materials, with over a dozen styles of frame to choose from for prints like this.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Delft would love to put up more of these in the office. But I'm equally as sure they're beyond this newspaper's budget.
Not at all, my dear Marla. See for yourself. Go to sportshistorynetwork.com/row1.
sportshistorynetwork.com/row1. Oh my, these are good prices. Oh, and look at this stuff. Oklahoma-Nebraska football, college basketball art, Michael Jordan items.
And so
retro
it was that
sports
Marla Delft
advertisement
discovered the
placards.
splendiferous magic of Row 1 sports memorabilia, arts, and prints. You can too by visiting sportshistorynetwork.com/row1. That's ROW1 today for access to the full Row 1 catalog of gallery prints and gifts like t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, telephone cases, coffee mugs, blankets, pillows, towels, and even shower curtains. Act today for 15% discount off all prints with coupon code SHN15 and 20% off all other items with coupon code SHN20 at checkout. And keep your dial locked to the Sports History Network for the exciting chronicles of the 1920 sports world in Orville Mulligan, sports writer. Coming soon.